Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Don from 1A Auto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And the next time you need a part for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to remove and replace your bumper cover on this 2005 Ford Focus. And the items you'll need for this is a 7mm, 10mm socket and ratchet, a 1/4 inch socket, a T30 Torx bit, a Phillips screwdriver, and a flat blade screwdriver. You have to start off by removing the shroud, and it's held in with 3 Phillips clips. To remove these, just twist out the center and they pull up. And we'll just fast forward as Don does these. Once those are removed, the shroud will pull up and off. Next, you want to pry out these 2 clips, as well as remove these 2 10mm bolts. And to pry out the clips, just use a pair of pliers. You can also use a flat blade screwdriver, and you just want to pry them up and out. Now that the bolts are removed, lift the tabs on the top and then slide the grill forward and out. Under your bumper cover, you'll see a series of 7mm bolts. And we'll just fast forward as Don removes these. Next, you want to remove this T30 bolt. And you want to do this on the other side as well. And then you want to remove this 7mm bolt right here. And we'll just fast forward as Don does this. And again, you want to do this on the other side as well. Inside your inner fender, you'll see along the edge of the bumper cover these 3 black 10mm bolts, and you want to just go ahead and remove those. We'll just fast forward as Don does that. To get to the 3 bolts on this side, you have to remove your air intake box. So loosen up this hose clamp with a 1/4 inch socket. Now you have to remove these 10mm bolts that hold in your air intake box. And we'll just fast forward as Don removes those. Now you want to pull your air intake box down. And you just want to pull it down until you can access the top hose clamp, and then loosen that with your 1/4 inch socket. Now that the air intake box is removed, you can remove these 3 10mm bolts. And we'll just fast forward as Don removes those. Now you want to twist out your side marker light bulbs. The socket just twists and pulls out. And you want to do the same thing on the other side. And now you can pull your bumper down. And on the other side, do the same thing. And then you just pull the bumper straight out. Now line up your bumper and push it into place. And then replace those rubber clips along the top and just push down the center to lock them. Now line up the tabs on the side of the bumper and push it up into place. And do the same thing on the other side. And then we'll just fast forward as Don replaces those 3 10mm bolts. Twist your side marker light socket back into place on both sides.
Okay.
And then feed up your air intake box back into place and reconnect that upper hose. And then we're just going to fast forward as Don tightens up that hose clamp. Now push the lower hose back into place and tighten up that hose clamp. And then replace those 3 bolts that hold the air intake box in place. And replace those 3 10mm bolts on this side of the bumper. And replace that series of 7mm bolts along the bottom of your bumper. And if you removed any of these clips, replace them. And then you want to replace that T30 in both wheel wells and that 7mm bolt in both wheel wells. And now feed your grill back into place. You slide it back and then replace those 2 10mm bolts. And then just replace your shroud. And with the centers back inside the clips, push them down into place and then push the center down to lock it. And then you're all set.
We hope this video helps you out. Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.